Games Adventures, and welcome to Hexfister's Towers. I'm your host, Hexfister. Today we'll be playing Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. As you may notice, the continue option is, well, highlighted. I've already tried trying to record a series, but I, one, lost some footage, and two, that lost footage had character death, or total TPK, or total party dissolution. Got out of the fun with the volleys. Anyway, I will be starting a new game with barely any foreshadowing knowledge, and I'm going to be playing how I'm going to, what knowledge I have is only going to affect on super critical decision points, like going to a certain mission before I'm ready for it that I know has a certain creature that will, well, end me very hard, very fast, and there's not much I'll be able to do to it. I'm not certain if you'll know the mission, but the mission I was playing when I had the TPK was what I thought would be a grab and scoot mission. It wasn't. So, I think we're going to leave this on normal, don't do anything major changes, and start off with a new round. Hopefully, I'll last longer this time than I have last time. But you know, in D&D, in Pathfinder, and games of similar, when your character has a moment to fall, when your character falls, it's heartbreaking, but it happens. So you just have to learn to accept it. And yeah, I can pick something pre-made, but why? Let's go custom. It's going to be a lot more fun, a lot more thematic, and I'm probably not going to be playing very optimized. And you know what? I don't really care, because I'm playing for fun. Oh, I don't know that character. Yeah, as you can probably tell, I have Kingmaker. I've played it some. It was a good introduction into Pathfinder systems and Owlcat's games in general. Granted, there are some vast differences between there and here, and I'm going to enjoy them. But it's one of those things. Pathfinder Kingmaker had a lot going for it. It was their first set out into the Jaren, tongue flub, whatever. But they did some pretty cool things. Is it? Oh no, that's male model, so, because I thought that was, what's her name? That's a pretty awesome picture. Anyway. Oh, there's a bard. Let's make all the various bard jokes we can, because, you know, I'm going to make them sooner or later, especially if I get a bard in the party. Anyway. Yeah, that looks good. So, as you probably could tell already, I've played D&D. I started at the tail end of 3rd edition, right as 3.5 was getting its going. I've read a bit about Pathfinder, I've gone to Demi-Plane, and I've done just some various random clicks and such to move around and figure out what the various stat adjustments happen and whatnot. But it's going to be... It was interesting. I made a wizard that was tougher than I thought it would actually be. So, granted, I haven't bought any of the books besides one physical book. I think it was Gears and Guns? Or Gears and Blasters? I don't remember. Basically, it had the Inventor subclass because, well, I like playing artificers and such. I like to build magical contraptions that do crazy random fun stuff that's going to end up either A, breaking a game, or B, not. But there's always a chance. It could be very interesting. Okay. Martial, Alchemist, that. Potion, proficiencies. Because I'm probably going to be playing an Alchemist, but I will look at the other stuff. Brown Fur Transmator. This will focus on transforming themselves into animals. Turning themselves and others into all kinds of creatures. Huh. That sounds fun. Eldritch Front, power bubbling from within, nearly too much. Shaping magical energy without needing to bind it up in spells. Huh, interesting. Nature Mage, Phantasmal, Unlettered. Arcane stole their spells as whispered secrets within the familiars instead of on paper. Huh, that's weird. Interesting. Anyway, my time in D&D, I played a couple fighters, a couple rangers, a few rogues, but a lot of clerics to my friends. And I was basically I'd say center of the party with keeping them all alive, because if they were too far, they're likely to end up, well, outside the healing bubble. But in 5th edition, I've been playing Warlocks and Artificers more. A couple rogues spattered in there. I think I tried Bard once. That game either A, died out very quickly, or B, I didn't enjoy playing the Bard. I'm just not a Bard person, so it's gonna happen. Anyway, so Bards are off the table. Man, there's a lot to go through. So yeah, I know there's a witch early game, but I really didn't get much use with her because, well, as I said, it's found her during the lost footage and just before I had the TPK. Melee, light armor, I'm guessing. Oh, support. Okay, support and magic. Not very good at range, not very good at control. Some armor. Oh. Ah. Anyway. Sneaky stabbies. Tricksters or rogues, so some Fae of Legends, though not spellcasters, learn minor magical abilities reminiscent of those favored Fae. Journey for many Sylvan tricksters begins in childhood, learning at elders' knees, stories of the Fae, and secrets of how to resist their tricks. Often live in areas where the boundary with the Fae world is thin, and few have ever been there, voluntarily or not. Huh. Finesse weapons, of course, the rogues. Fade tricks. Selected witch's hex in place of a rogue tower. Interesting. Sneaky stabbies. Sneaky spell stabbies. Easier, but ranged or melee, not much in support. some magic. Main weapons. Help deal a lot of damage, but unlike judgment, its time of its use is very limited. Solo tactics. Teamwork means that power of allies for fighting something. Their allies already have them. Huh. Not much in the way of, no support, really. We're looking at light to medium armors. So, you know what? That actually sounds fun. So if we want to do a hunt an Inquisitor, let's just go down the list. So, Faith Hunter, certain releases Inquisitors burn with a special dislike for enemies of a specific convention. They stop at nothing when observed obsessively. Sorry, God love my dyslexia. Anyway, obsessively hunting these foes down. Interesting. Sworn enemies, judgment. Domain selection. So it looks like there was some magic to them. Sworn enemies, judgment, proficiencies. What are their light, medium armor, shield, simple? Ooh. Very limited in weapons. That's gonna make it hard to get something cold. I can't. Okay, I'll be able to get cold iron something, but it's gonna really limit what weapons you can. Orisons. You can cast a number of orisons or Z spells. Spells are cast like any other, but they're not expended when cast and may be used again. Yep. Disrupting undead, acid splash. Light's useful, and so is resistance. Guidance, probably always going to be useful. See, standard, charge, spells and uses such a... Oh, plus one bonus. Okay, not as many as it was in D&D or Baldur's Gate, which, if this channel does well, and becomes from a hobby to a part-timer, yeah, I'll probably stream some Baldur's Gate, but that's down the line. Save, DC, save or take damage. This area spells effect at will. You must be out of combat with them. Oh, okay, so this is just a way to get rid of battlefield control after a fight has ended. Touch, turn research life, gains a temporary HP. Most of the useful is the Disrupt Undead, Acid Splash, and Light. Because Light is always useful to have. Especially in D&D 3.5. You need to figure out how deep a well is, pull out a copper coin, light it up, drop it down, and plink. You now have light at the bottom of the well. Can you see it? Yes. Okay, it's a long fall, but it might be survivable. Get some rope, you'll be fine. You drop it, you see it falls and falls and falls. Okay, can't see the light anymore. You probably shouldn't jump in there. That or something's about to come out. But, oh, right. So anyway, let's look at the judge. Judge require, doesn't have to follow the following feature: atheism, efficiencies, domain selection, define initiative, adds wisdom modifier to initiatives in addition to their dex. So it looks like a judge. It's gonna have some magic. monster tactics, tactician. Most players are going to take advantage of the movements of their opponents allies in combat. Summon monster. Summon monsters. Spell-like ability. 3 plus wisdom mod per day. Standard action. Creature remains for 1 minute per level instead of 1 round per level. Okay, much better on the summons. Monster 1. Designated initiative. Nice tag your opponents to the best of its abilities. It's just like my Iron Defender, who's currently taking it at those moves. Yes, you may hear my Iron Defender barking in the background occasionally, but it's just gonna happen. Anyway. Sacred Head Huntsman. Some creatures break strong bonds with a companion. They hunt and punish threats to the faith. As an awe-inspiring duo, they work together as one. Get a companion. Don't get judgment. Starting at first level, can pronounce judgment on their foes in a swift action. Judgments made that considers use a bonus or special ability based on the type of judgment. First level Inquisitor can use this ability once per day, fourth, and every 3 levels thereafter. Gets an additional use. Once activated, lasts until combat ends, at which point all the bonuses immediately end. So destruction, healing, justice, piercing. Okay, so healing is obvious. Healing. So it's based off of how many you get per day. It's a +1 across the board. +1 bonus on all attack rolls. Bonus is double on all attack rolls made to confirm a crit. Okay, Justice is actually sounds pretty darn strong. Assuming you build crit builds. Which, I'm not sure if you could. I probably could. But, again, I'm only going to be going on what knowledge I have from what knowledge I have of Pathfinder and D&D. So, most of the judgments I'm going to make, sorry for the pun, are going to be based on my 3-5 knowledge. So feel free to leave me tips, tricks, or hints down in the comments section below, but otherwise this is pretty much a blind play. Oh, I gotta close that. Anyway, Divine Caster, Tactical Leader. Aw, doesn't mean I can't stare at people. Prisoners uses a roll bonus on all persuasion or perception persuasion and perception checks or all persuasion skill checks made for intimidation and perception is equal to half their level. Interesting. Tactical leader skill speaking receives a morale bonus on all persuasion checks that is equal to. So basically, I can inspire better. I think I'm going to go with the monster tactician. That just sounds fun. I would play the alchemist, but a lot of the early foes are resistant to the fire damage that can be generated by this. Even infused curative removes blindness, disease, neutralizes poisons, cure spell automatically acts as infusions and be used not only on himself but other people. That's a new one. Throwing bombs, throwing splash weapon. Consider weapons that be used feats such as point blank weapon focus on direct hits, alchemical devices. Hi, Iron Defender. Alchemical devices inflict a d6 worth of fire plus additional damage equal to int mod. Damage increases by d6 every odd number. Yeah. There's a lot of fire and acid resistance, so I'm not certain it would be a good idea. Oh, there's Marshall. Alchemical. Oh, Alchemicus. I'm really bad with names today. Bloody heck. Because that's... In my Kingmaker playthrough, I'm playing as Alchemist Grenadier. And so far, I haven't died. And I play on turn-based because why? Everyone else runs into the foe and ends up getting, well, tagged by the alchemical device. So, it's made life interesting and hard trying to, yeah, I've just gotten there, so, staggering, nope. Anyway, where was I? Right. Was it the hunter? No, it wasn't the hunter. Wandering marksman? So, light, medium, simple martial shields, and focus against the animal aspect of this game. Unlike the hunter themselves, there is no duration for the animal aspect applied. And that was the Inquisitor with the Monster Tactician. Yeah, we'll see how this run goes. Right. I think this needs wisdom. Yeah, wisdom modifier. Take advantage of movements. Proficiencies. Let's say simple. It's not telling me which simple weapons there are. Okay, I guess I should pull out my D&D book to double check weapons. I'm pretty sure short sword's in there. Long sword's definitely martial. So I'm looking daggers, short swords, maybe crossbow, at least light crossbow or hand. But that's going to need specialized ammo for a lot of the DR things. Nope, there is light crossbow. Yeah, martial or simple weapons are very lackluster in my opinion. So I may at least spend a feat so I can get martial ranged, which would probably be a decent incentive. Since prisoners are good at melee, ranged, not much in the way of support. Yeah. So we need wisdom, dex, con, or yeah. So looks like we're gonna need a primary wisdom, so I can get a decent number of uses out of that. So, looks like we're going to need at least an extra boost. And gets +2 to... Okay, so humans get a +2 feat and skilled. Elf, Dex, Int, negative con, makes sense. Dwarf, Wisdom con, don't need much in Charisma. I can do a stout Inquisitor. Okay, I'm not a big fan of having 20-foot movement speed when everyone else has 30. Unless I'm going to be sticking to the back with the bow and arrow to stick to dealing with things. National heritage. Unique traits in exchange for losing some usual ones. Oh, right. Elves get are proficient with longbows. The rapier, short bows, good way to get a bow proficiency, but it does hurt my con, and I really don't want to do that. Let's shape change. Aw, loses the hat. Nope. Gotta keep the hat. I'm sorry, but that just looks baller. I know, I'm probably just sounding absolutely crazy. Organs, red, are humans whose interest includes the touch of an elemental being of the earth somewhere along the line. Stoic, competitive, acid affinity. Cast a spell with acid descriptor. DC goes up by 1. Acid resist 5. That actually might be rather useful. Ooh, no bonuses, but that's pretty tempting. I'll admit that. Fire resist, cold resist, electrical resist, and fire resist. Okay, tempting. Light halo. Saving throw. While using a halo, the gain 2 circumstance bonus on saving throws becomes blinded or dazed. Acid, cold, and electrical resistance. Orc. Half orcs get a +2 to 1 stat, and I get orc proficiency or weapon familiarity. The half orc is brought to 0, but not killed. And, keep going for one more round as if it's disabled. End of the next turn, unless brought to above 0, it immediately falls unconscious. One downside is... Actually, do I have... No, I'm using a monster, so... Probably best to have... Yeah. May sound basic, but... let's just go human. Because, yeah, there are no other races, unless there's some extra in DLCs, but... I don't have all the DLCs yet. Anyway. Backgrounds. Possible. Have acid splash. That does up the DC on that. probably not worth it. Anyway. DD selection. Oh, right, the backgrounds can get you extra weapon proficiencies. Okay, that tells you how well I know Pathfinder, because I was not expecting that. And yes, I played already, but that doesn't mean anything to me because, like I said, I lost that round. Courtier allows me to pick up proficiency in rapier and buckler, but I think I already have shield. Nope, that's shield proficiency. So that's buckler, regular shields, but not tower. So as much as the weapon is useful. Okay, long sword's useful. Alacoid adds persuasion, lore. You can use wisdom instead of charisma while attempting persuasion. Okay, that might be useful since I'm going to be mainly a wisdom-based person. Oh, right. Regionals. That's a lot to go through. Anyway. Adds trickery, knowledge, list the skills, +1 reflex, so if the character already has class skill, weapon efficiency, or armor efficiency granted by selecting the background. Then the corresponding bonus from that background changes to a +1 bonus enhancement. Or weapon, or in case of weapon efficiency, -1 armor check penalty. Sword, dagger, simple, scholar, Aguami. God love my dyslexia, and God love my very much unknown tongue to this. Gibbet? Yeah. Gibbet? Yeah, no, I think it's Gibbet Necromancers add lore to their list of class skills. Also, the group summon undead creatures and companion get a +3. I'm not summoning undead, I'm summoning living, so probably useless. Andorian Diplomat, Alkinson. If I was playing an alchemist, that would be useful. +1 to damage with those alchemical items. So nothing hiding in there that looks good. UMD lore, nature. Yeah, nothing there. Axes, punching, mouse, street urchin. Most of these. Oh look, hunter. There's we go. Longbow at least, and short. Okay, so the light armor proficiencies will get a -1 check penalty, which is useful. Corresponding bonus for the background is +1 competency bonus in case of skills, +1 enhancement bonus in case of weapon. So maybe I should be looking at weapon and armor. gladiator. I know there's cold iron short swords that I'll run into, which go great against the foes, but it's going to be interesting. Short swords. Light crossbow. Light crossbow. Light crossbow. Martial or no? It was simple. So +1 to short sword, +1 to light crossbow, arcane armor check penalty -1. Okay, that's looking like my golden one at the moment. Javelin, long spear, long spear. Is that simple or is that martial? Because I don't know that weapon, so I'm gonna guess it's martial, which pretty nice, unless that means it's simple. No, I think there's a great sword user up above. Yeah, great sword. Nope, that's just weapon proficiency. Simple. Perception to the skill list. I think that's gonna be fine. Okay. I think that'll be fine. AC reflex. So I shouldn't have to deal with succubus shenaniganry this time, but you never know. It always could happen. But we'll see what's going on. Skills. Definitely want to get perception. Perception's always useful. +10. Oh, starting games. Guard. Okay. I can see all in the world. Just like the things I have. Bonuses in already. 3. Trickery was the ability to disarm traps, open locked doors. The ability was to get around. Pretty sure I'll have someone that I meet that has trickery as a class skill, so that'll be useful. But having the ability to see pretty much anything on the map is going to be probably more useful. Okay. Yeah. It's recommending weapon finesse and point blank shot. So I think I'll stick with the weapon finesse. And oh, I got 2 feats. Point blank shot. I think I'll go 2 weapon fighting. I can pick up at least 2 short swords to deal with. Anyway, deities. Oh, you know what? I'm not certain what I can do. Eternal Rose, Eternal Maiden, the Incorruptible, the Goddess of Art, Beauty, Love, Glaive, Air, Charm, Sarian, be known to the faith as the Dawn Flower, the Healing Light. Oh, so this is basically Paylor for Pathfinder. Dawnflower, Healing Light. Paylor was the god of light and healing. So, hey, literally, that is his thing. His favorite weapon was different. I think it was the heavy mace? Scimitar. So, I'll be fine. I'm probably going to need some help getting that name down. But we will figure that out later. Anyway, that looks good. Ooh. Oh. Sun domain, pure bring sun, call upon the blessings or wrath to work great deeds. Sorry. Whenever you channel positive energy to harm undead, add your level in the class that gave you access to the domain to the damage dealt. Undead do not add their channel resistance to the saves when you channel positive. Touch a living creature, healing them for D4 plus healing for D4 of damage plus 1 for 2 levels. Number of times equal 3 plus wisdom. All your cure spells are treated if they are powered, increase the amount of damage healed by 50%. This does not stack with the empowered meta magic. That bites, but that's pretty much fine. Good domain. Touch of good, standard action, sacred bonus to attack, skills, abilities, saving throws, equal to half level, min 1 for 1 round, usable 3 times 3 plus wisdom per day. I think healing is going to be probably better to have. Let's see what we get. Anyway. So, cure, select magic weapon, Bane, targets the enemy, or targets all enemies within a 30-foot burst, targets allies, I tend to be a little chaotic. I guess I'm going to be running a little long for the first episode, which is going to be basically character creation. I'll be fine. Nope, too Dark Knight-ish. Oh, change the hat band. Okay. Start with the day. We'll start off with the channel's name. Okay. This will be 11 hit points, no base attack bonus, but should be fairly good. And I guess that's where we're going to end for the day. So, thank you much for joining me around this rather long character build, but hopefully we will catch you again on the next episode, hopefully dropping both this week, if not today. So, without further ado, adventurer, thanks for stopping by. Mind your step on the way out. The first one's going to be a bit of a doozy, and it might curse you. So, we'll catch you next time.